Okay guys, springtime in Holland. It's ready for some training for the European Fishing League. Mitchell and me are really pumped up to go out and check some spots for tomorrow, because tomorrow the magic has to happen.
We're gonna fish for some perch today, some Zander fishing, maybe some pike, so we need to check some spots. A lot of the training already has been done, so well, let's check it out today and see what happens.
Let's go! Okay, gonna do a first cast of the day. We're checking a little spot out, try to catch some perch on a twitch bait. Sometimes there's pike in between, but yeah, let's check it out. First cast, training. We first try some little structure area near to the stones. It's shallow, next to deep water. It's early spring now, the water is still cold, and we think that the fish is going out of the deep into the shallow. So we are looking for shallow areas next to the deep areas, and this is a perfect spot for it.
Now, Abu Garcia, this is an interesting one this year. They're the unknown. What we do know about them is both anglers are exceptionally talented. Now, Mitchell's been in before, he's fished with Freddie Harbert. Freddie was the superstar, I think it's fair to say, of Abu. Consistently, they would either win or come second in boat day. So, immediately there's an awful lot of pressure, because effectively when the star player's moved on, a new star has to come in and take his place. And I think they've probably picked the right man for the job, and that is Jelle De Jong. Now, he's got an incredible amount of experience on this venue. He grew up just around the corner. He's one of the early pioneers of pike fishing, and he spent an awful lot of his time fishing with Zander and pike when he was younger, so he knows this venue incredibly well. Abu consistently have done really well. Like I said earlier, they've never been less than second in any of the events that we've had here in Holland, and I think that there's a good chance that they could lift that and they could win this one, because I think this pairing is pretty dynamic.
Okay, we changed spots. Now we are going to fish for Zander. It's a deeper area, an edge. The first spot, Perch is in the liver. We have to catch some Zanders over here. It's possible.
Yeah, let's fishing with a twin tail or with a V-tail.
Yeah, V-tail.
And I'm fishing with a pedal tail. So
goby. There are a lot of gobies in the water here.
Yeah. There's no current at all.
What's the tide doing? Well, we noticed that there was no current, and we didn't check the tide actually. So what I want to check is, when is the tide going to flow? Now you can see it on the screen. So now it's high tide, and I can check like when it's gonna start to, the current is coming. So you see like in an hour, or 2 hours, the current is better. But we still have to be able to catch some fish over here. But the tide sometimes is very important for the fishing.
I think when we catch like 70 plus Zanders for competition, it would be really great, especially without live.
Well, we're not allowed to fish with live, so I think if you have 60s,
60 it's already fine.
I don't know whether we're satisfied with a 60.
Yeah. Some nice fish at the bottom.
Yeah?
You see it on the side skin. To the left we got some bait fish. That was a nice bite. I saw it coming.
But the first Zander.
It's a Zander, I think.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, it's a pike. Oh, just netted. Oh, in the net. Got it. On our Zander spot we catch a pike. We're actually fishing a deeper area now. It's an edge. It goes from 4 until like 15 or something, and we first fished on only 6 meters I think, and now we do it like 11, and the first fish is coming now, so that's good. Nice little pike, little jack. Goodbye, my fellow. Thank you. My number one go-to soft bait for Zander is actually the Berkeley Sick Vammer. It's a well-known bait already. I have it for a couple of years. The cool thing about this is that you have a little bulb on the V-tail. So when you have a no action shot, it makes action on the V-tail a little bit and it goes to the water like that. Great for Zander.
Now, one of the serious advantages that they've got is that although they fish for perch and zander, they're pike experts. Jelle in particular catches an awful lot of pike here, and it's going to be pike, ultimately, I feel, that will win this tournament here in Holland. And having that advantage with where the pike are, how they're feeding, more to the point, what part of the lake are they in at the moment? You know, the weather conditions have been quite chilly still. Are they still in the deep water? Are they going to move into shallow water and start feeding a little bit more? He is all over the pike. He knows exactly where they are, and that advantage of knowing firstly the water and secondly the pike behaviour is going to be huge.
I'm gonna try to search the perch with the side scan. So I'm just going forward and check where the fish is. Let's try to figure out how this where the perch are.
Alright, so Jelle is steering the electric engine. We're running between the 2.5 and 3 kilometers an hour, searching for structures and searching for fish. Here we see a fish. It's a good example. It looks like a perch. So Jelle is stopping the boat and we're casting on it right away, checking if we can catch it.
I think we saw something. Sometimes it's really hard to see, so if we see a fish, we stop, we cast over it, just a few casts, and then continue. That's the strategy for the next while. Okay, next.
Right, links.
Okay, that's it. Link, yeah?
More to the right, I see it looks like perch, 30 meters. Yes, anchor.
It's hard, man. Fucking hell. Why is it so hard?
Why is it that hard? I don't understand.
Well, you've seen that we have a really hard time over here. We're gonna leave the area. We go to a different one. We have some main spots over there, but also we want to do the same technique just for searching, because we're training. We have only one fish now we have to improve. We would like to show you something. So we're gonna try to catch a fish, but first we're gonna try to find and locate the fish.
Jelle is coming into it. We know what his character's like. He's a very strong, very positive character. I think as long as it's going right for them, they will be absolutely fantastic. They never ever give up though, I've got to say this. They will never ever give up. There was one event where they were winning. It was Predator Tour, it was a couple of years ago. They were winning all the way through and then the wheels fell off. The day went terribly bad. They dropped down to third. It looked like their dream of winning the tournament had gone. They had half an hour left. They've got big decisions to make. They make the decision, they move away, they catch a big pike and they go back to the top and they win it. And that shows resolve in the face of adversity. When things are tough, that's when you see whether or not fishermen work well together, whether they cave under pressure or whether they step up and they win. And these guys have proven they can do it and they could well do it this time.
So we drove a few kilometers and we arrived at the new spot. Checking the main spots over here if there are some fish. We know they're there, but it's in the middle of the day, so it's not the best time for the perch anymore. So yeah, let's see if we can catch something over here.
We could use something.
We can use a big perch, to be honest.
Oh, it's following. Look, look. See, that's a perch for sure. It's swimming away. See, it's there. See it? Yeah, the wind's picking up now. This water is really, if there's no wind, it's really hard to fish. So maybe there will be an improvement to fish.
To the right, 20 meters. You see it?
Yeah. This is moist. The best signals until now. 3 of them, huh?
3 of them.
Got it.
Got it. Nice one.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
That's a good perch.
That's how it works.
If this is a perch, it's a big one.
Must be a perch. It's a big perch.
It's a really big one. Finally! Fuck, that took a long time, man.
That's a big one.
That's a really big one.
That's a really big one.
I think we can do the 50 straight away. On the Berkeley Sig Flanker. 10 centimeter version in the bream color. Look at that. How beautiful is this? Look at that, guys. Now that's a perch. Oh, it took such a long time.
Full hit, right?
Absolutely, at least. Nice first perch. Took a long time, man. Crazy. It's so good to catch a fish right now. It took us ages. I mean, we're fishing now for, what is it, 8 hours or something with one pike. Tried to catch some perch on a lot of different spots, but it didn't work out. And then the first perch, 48 centimeters, super happy and stoked about it. Really happy, we tried to get more. The setup I used for catching this perch is the Fantasista Nano, specially built for fishing for perch and for Zander. It's a lightweight rod, really fast and really smooth and light. The reel I use for this rod is the Revo SX. It got a machine dragged gear system, and also the drag system is really nice. The spool is made for extremely far casting. It's affordable and really good for spinning rods. The lure I used to catch this perch is the Berkeley Sig Flanker. I use a tungsten weight on it for 10 grams. We fish now on like 5 meters, so 10 grams is easy to use. This is the 10 centimeter version. It's a bream color. We got also like 14 centimeters and I think it was 7 centimeters as well. So check it out in the stores. The Berkeley Sig Flanker.
Of all the people in this tournament, the person that lives closest to the venue is Mitchell. He lives in Hellevoetsluis. That is actually on the banks of the Haringvliet. He knows this venue incredibly well. It could be fair to say that he knows it intimately. Now, he's not a pro angler. He doesn't fish every day of the week, but he does fish it a lot, and he knows it incredibly well. Whether it's pike, perch or zander, he's got a huge amount of experience in fishing for all three, and his knowledge and also the fact that he's got his finger on the pulse with what's going on here will serve him incredibly well. He's quite stoic, he's quite quiet, he's very reserved, but just take one look at him as a person, you can see he's very well presented, his attention to detail is perfect, everything he does is bang on.
Okay, we started the day with some zander fishing. We had one small pike. We tried this area, and practicing before we had a different area. We think that we can do better at the tournament. Cheer for us, guys. The perch fishing was super hard. We had one.
But we found some big ones at the screen. We know the good areas, so let's see what happens in the tournament. Let's cheer for us and see you next time.
Team Abu Garcia in the European Fishing League.